Okay. You are welcome. You're welcome to the Novaro Hills Product Knowledge Training. I will be waiting for everyone to join. If you are here already, I want you to enter the comment section and introduce yourself. You can just drop a comment. You can say Dodo. For people that have attended my training, they know that is the password. So if you are here, say Dodo in the comment section. Introduce yourself and say Dodo. We have so much to cover and we have very limited time. For those that have attended my training, they know that 2 hours is barely enough. So when I say we have very limited time, you bet I know what I'm talking about. So if you are here already, introduce yourself and say Dodo. Invite your friends, invite your realtors. Let's do this. Once we have 10 people, we begin. So what we do is we share the link so that others can join as well. We are waiting for everyone to join. We are waiting. If you're here, type Dodo. You're welcome. We're waiting for everyone. We are waiting. Once we have 10 persons, we begin. If you're here, just introduce yourself in the chat section, please. We are waiting for the others to join. It's going to be a very fulfilling but a very long but fulfilling training. We don't want to do it with just few persons, so let's just wait for them, just few minutes for them to join. We are waiting for everyone to join. So even if you have one or two, we will begin. We will begin. We cannot keep everybody waiting. We cannot keep those that are here waiting. So we'll just wait for 2 more minutes, then we begin. That means we need to share the link for those that are not here. So let's hold on a bit. For those that are here, kindly introduce yourself in the chat section before we begin. Um, Most of our trainings here are usually very 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 interactive. Introduce yourself in the comment section. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. We are waiting. Okay, I think 2 minutes. We're good. Let's begin. We will share the link for others to join later and for others to watch the training because we have so much to cover and we cannot wait for everyone to join. We can't wait for everyone to join. So, for today's session breakdown, some of the things we'll be covering, we'll tell you the importance of having a good product knowledge, the mindset of a realtor, the mindset of a confident realtor. We're going to be covering why every sale begins with understanding your product. If you do not understand your product, sorry to say you are not ready to sell. You need to understand your product in and out. And also, we'll be covering how expertise builds instant trust and closes deals. When you know your product and you're an expert, it is super easy for you to flow. You are not stuttering. You're not talking to clients and you're saying, like someone who does not know what he or she is talking about. We'll tell you the importance of having a good product knowledge, and also be covering understanding the Novaro Hills Estate. I've been getting a lot of questions regarding Novaro Hills, hence the reason to organize a training session covering every information you need to know on Novaro Hills. And it is also an opportunity for you to ask your questions. Whatever you do not know or you need us to shed light on, this is the perfect platform for us to do that. We're going to be doing an overview of the estate, the concept, the vision. We are going to be talking about the developer's background, which is Cozy Havens Limited. We are going to be telling you the story behind Novaro Hills, and also we are going to be covering the location, the advantage of buying from Novaro Hills. We are going to be talking about investment value and ROI potential of Novaro Hills. We are going to be covering estate features and offerings because there's a reason why you need to know these things, from the plot sizes, the layout, the security, the drainage, the eco living design that we are talking about for Novaro Hills, the green zones, the accessibility, our infrastructure plans for Novaro Hills, and also why we are including smart integration into what we are doing. Then the entire serene environment, we are going to be covering that. Also today we are going to be talking about our verified documentation, what we have so far, and how you can use that to meet your target or surpass your target. We are going to be covering every information you need to know about the Novaro Hills allocation. This will also give you confidence in selling what you are selling because we have been promising instant allocation, instant allocation. Are these guys for real or they are just trying to make an empty noise. We'll tell you all you need to know, also all you need to know on the allocation. We're also going to be covering other things like our payment plans. We are going to be covering customer success stories, those that are bought from us, and also realtors that have sold this product. They will also give us their testimony, how sellable our product is, and how fast they were able to get their client receipts and also get their commission. So we also listen to some people's success story as well. This will help. This will help solidify our standing with our realtors that yes, these guys are new, but they know what they are doing. And that is because before we unveiled Novaro Hills at all, we have been able to create a fantastic structure, a dependable and reliable structure and system before we decided to start selling. So we are not just introducing ourselves into the market like someone who does not know what he or she is to do, but we have created structures and put all of the necessary things in place. And most importantly, I intentionally put this at the end of the training because this is the part of the training a lot of people have been telling me on. In fact, somebody called me and the person said, "Sir, I want you to I want you to handle objections for me." Another person said, "Sir, I want you to pretend I am a client. I want you to call. I want you to make a phone call. You know, you're a guy in the industry. I want you to call and pretend I am a client. I want you to sell Novaro Hills to me." And I remember doing a detailed voice note. And in that voice note, I was able to follow a globally identified pattern for selling. Because the reason a lot of realtors are not selling is they ignore the flow. There is a flow of conversation when you are selling. You don't pick up a call and you just start talking about a product. You don't pick up a call, you you don't pick up a call and the next thing you just go straight to the point. You are not qualifying the client. You don't even know whether the client is an authentic client, whether it's a serious client. So I did a detailed voice note for that realtor, and she said, "Wow, sir, you need to do a physical class." And I said, "You know what? Even this voice note I did for you, it's going to sound partial because a lot of people don't have access to it. So what I will do is I will do a live training on the conversation flow when you are calling a client. So we are going to handle objections. We are going to teach you how to pick up a phone, call a client, and sell. Do you understand? Because from what I've observed, and I can tell you, for the past 10 years that I've been training people, that that part of selling is always a major problem. It's always high up there. Because when I go for physical trainings, I tell people, yeah, let's do a role play. You pretend to be the client, you pretend to be the realtor. Oh yeah, you hand call this person. And even from the very first hello, I start seeing mistakes, and these are from people that have been in the industry for long. So finally, we are going to be giving you ideas and strategies that you can use to sell what we are selling. Then we take as well. So at the end of this training, you should be able to understand every selling point of Novaro Hills. At the end of this training, you should be able to position yourself confidently and talk about Novaro Hills, no matter the buyer type, no matter the type of buyer you're facing. Now, at the end of this training, you should be able to master objection handling, and also you should be able to create stories that sell. A lot of people don't take advantage of storytelling, but storytelling is the new trend now. If you don't know how to tell a story, whether when pitching or when doing videos, you are 5 years behind. Then we're also going to teach you practical techniques to increase your closing rate and how to win our ultimate Novaro Hills prize. And that is a Lexus. How you can win that car. And if you say, I don't want car, I want to travel, we teach you practical techniques on how to meet, surpass your target, and also win our ultimate incentive. So first and foremost, Novaro Hills, Novaro Hills, Novaro Hills. Now let's talk about Novaro Hills. But before talking about Novaro Hills, let me explain and tell you why product knowledge matters. Because here we don't we don't skip the process. I want to talk about Novaro Hills, but a lot of people are wondering product knowledge. You have given us flyer. We have the FAQ. We have the brochure. I can read and write now. Why are you telling about? A lot of people do not know that if you do not fully understand the estate you are selling, and for I don't know whether you guys joined a training I did 3 weeks ago, the 3 days sales master class. And I remember in that training where I told realtors that please do not be among those that is trying to sell um 10, 20 properties at the same time. If possible, the highest you should ever do is between 1 to 3. And the reason for that 1 to 3 is if you're able to master 3 properties, 3 estates, 3 lands, 3 houses, are you able to put it on the market, you become untouchable because aside the incentives that you get to enjoy and it is easy for you to surpass those incentives, even if anybody wake you up in the middle of the night, you should be able to talk like you own that property. There's an extra confidence that comes with knowing your product. There's an extra swag that comes with knowing your product, the detail, and this becomes super easy. You don't even need a script when you want to do a video on such a product. You don't need to rack your head because you have mastered that product. You have sold it, you have researched it. So if anybody wakes up in a dream, you can talk about that product anytime. Somebody can say, "Oh, Mr. Bimbo, please, I have my friends from UK. I need you to quickly join this meeting so you can tell us about Novaro Hills." You don't need to start reading the brochure or going to ChatGPT. No, because you have mastered the product, you can talk freely and fluently. So the importance of product knowledge cannot be underestimated. Now, the mindset of a confident realtor. A confident realtor is usually extra confident, has extra swag, and can talk with purpose because they know. A confident realtor does not fear questions because they know every question. They are prepared for any questions anybody can ask. It's not like somebody telling me that, Mr. Williams, I need you to tell me about Novaro Hills. If I start talking about Novaro Hills, you are the one that will beg me to stop. It is not because it is Novaro Hills is my estate. It is because I know. I can't be selling what I do not know. And the same thing applies to all of the product I'm selling. Confidence doesn't come from talking big. Confidence talks from knowing your stuff, knowing your way around. When you understand your estate inside out, you can walk the walk and talk the talk. Now, trust me, I'm sure a lot of you have met clients that are very, very, very sensitive. They can smell they can smell when you do not know. They can smell when you are afraid. And even from the way you are talking and you are stuttering, they're able to understand that you're trying to put some pieces together to convince them you don't really know the product. And what ends such conversation? You hear such clients saying, "You know what, I need you to go and study this product very well because even you yourself, you are not confident in the product enough to sell it." So a confident realtor should be able to answer this question. Number one, why should I buy this estate instead of another one? And if you do not know your product and you are not talking like you own that product, you can't answer that question. Why should I buy Novaro Hills instead of another estate in that environment? A confident realtor who knows the product should be able to answer that question. And another question you will get if a client is sensing that you do not know the product, you start hearing questions like, if I buy from you, save, how safe is my investment? Why? Because they can smell fear. And thirdly, you hear questions like, what's the proof that this land is real? Because even the way your body language safe, are you sure it is real? Some of them will even ask you, have you been there? Have you been to the estates? How many times have you been there? Okay. How many of the clients have bought this estate? When you're hearing questions like that, just know that you are not pitching the product well enough. Every product starts from you understanding your product. You cannot start selling Novaro Hills when you don't even know the title that Novaro Hills has. You say, okay, Novaro Hills has a registered survey, and a client asks you, what's the difference between a registered survey and a regular survey? And you do not know how to answer. So, trust me, information is power. You need to be able to match the client's needs. You need to be able to tell the clients that, don't worry, I got you. Document wise, location wise, price wise, every part of this estate, I know about it, I can talk about it, and I can vouch for it. Do you understand? If you're unable to answer regular clients' needs, then I'm sorry, it will be difficult for you to sell. Now, when you understand your product, you are able to match this knowledge you have and match it to the client's needs. You can tell clients, you said you want peace of mind. That is exactly what Novaro Hills offers. You can confidently handle comparisons when it comes to why should I buy this instead of this? You can tell a client that unlike other estates in the area, this one has verified documentations like you mentioned the document, which is a registered survey. You can say and instant allocation. You're able to you're able to talk like you own the product, and this is what will differentiate you you from a mere salesperson from a consultant, because clients are afraid, oh, this one is just trying to sell an end commission. But when you sound and talk like a consultant, it's okay, okay, consultant, this let me consult, this person will guide me and advise me appropriately on the next or the best product to buy. So the more you understand your product, which is Novaro Hills or any other estate you are selling, the easier it becomes to sell. If you do not know, you cannot sell it because you are no longer guessing, you are guiding. When you are talking from a place of knowledge, you are no longer guessing, you are guiding. Now, the truth is, you need to understand how your expertise will help build trust and close better. Hence the reason for a product knowledge. You see, we have not even started talking about Novaro Hills, but we need to stress on this because we cannot talk about a product when you feel that as a realtor, there's no need for this. Why should I attend a product knowledge session? What value is this going to add to me? Is this the first time I'm selling land? I know about this, but a lot of people do not know simple and basic things like this. And this is why we are touching on it before we even talk about the product itself. And if you have a good knowledge of a product, it will help you build instant trust and help you close deals faster. Now, in real estate, what a lot of people don't know that trust is the real currency. Time is not the real currency. Motivation is not the real currency. You see that thing called trust. And I can confidently say this because this has been one of my strongest selling points as a realtor. I have there's no time I'm planning for the month, creating strategies for the month. I don't create strategies around trust and referral marketing. I wonder how many clients I will have in a month if my referrals don't refer me. S- One of our strongest base, even before we introduce Novaro Hills into the market, we know how many acres we have sold already from existing clients. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to know where what anybody is telling you, what you are learning in any class, but I can confidently tell you from a place of experience that trust is the real currency. Before you pitch a product or before you put a product out there, you should ask yourself this question: do I trust this product? Can I buy this product? Can I buy Novaro Hills? Is it close enough? Is it in a good location? Do they have a good title? Do they have a good title? Are this title verified? Can I do a due diligence and I will meet everything that they tell me? If they tell me it's verified, will I meet it like that or I'll meet another thing? They are promising instant allocation. Are they working towards that? Development on site. Is there any sign that development is going on? Can I buy this product? If you don't trust that product, then you shouldn't sell the product. Do you understand? Sell what you can trust. Now, and the truth is because people won't just buy land because it looks nice. People buy because they trust you. The first 10 plots of Novaro Hills that I sold as even the owner of the company didn't come from a place of, oh, fantastic product. In fact, the first 20 plots I sold as the owner of Novaro Hills, I sold them to people that have never been to the site. 90% of the plots I've sold in this estate, I sold to people that have never been to the site, and these are from my existing clients. So do not let anybody ever, in fact, when you are preparing your strategies every month, referral marketing should be up there. And probably maybe in this training or another training, I will tell you guys the importance of referral marketing. And these referrals that keep buying from me, it's not because they like my face. It's not because they know me from anywhere. It's not because we are related. It is because trust is built on expertise. I've been able to guide them. Williams, I need land from Ibejuleki. I don't just sell them what everybody's advertising. I don't sell to them what is available on the market. No, I guide them. I guide them based on the product I trust that I know I can buy with my own money. And what do? I usually present like three products to them. This is this. They have this, that I can vouch for them. It's a good estate. Now look at this. This is this. But they have this problem. Maybe it has this instead of this. Now, this is the third product. And at the end of the day, they will now say, Williams, I like that. I like the way you analyze each product. Now, I want you as my real estate advisor to recommend. And what do? I now recommend my of the three. So what I usually do is I rate each of those three products over 10. So I will score this one 9 over 10 because they tick this box, they tick that box, they tick this box. I will rate this one 8 over 10 because they tick this box. But what I'm equally trying to say is all of these products are good, but there is a favorite, and that's because so you talk from a place of knowledge. Do you understand? Trust is not trust is not given, it's earned. A client will not trust you. No, will not just trust you because you've had just one transaction together. No, even that one transaction might not be enough. Why some clients one transaction is more than enough. My clients will always say, and please, when I post some of my clients' testimony, I enter the comment section and tell them, please, Williams is boasting about his services. Please, we want to be sure he does all of these things. And my clients will gladly tell you there is a sales flow. I am, I need money. It's not that I'm not after the commission, but I always know that value, mm, money follows value automatically. So I am not usually concerned about commission because I know I will get the commission. If I do a fantastic job, you will buy and I will get my commission. But I always put value first. There is a sales flow. Somebody showed an interest. I need to appear as an expert. I need to talk like one. Then what do? I take them through the sales flow. I take them through the product. I educate them on the product. Some of my clients say, Williams, you have started with this big word. Which one is governor's consent again? What's the difference between this? There's no hurry, no pressure. Even if I'm selling a product that the discount ends tomorrow, I know where I'm going. That is the end point. I don't put them under pressure because I know they will buy eventually. In my 3-day sales masterclass, I said, let me repeat what I said. I said, persuasion. Persuasion does not always lead to sale. Persuasion, let me type that. Persuasion does not always lead to sale. Persuasion does not always lead to sale. Persuasion, please leave persuading. Stop trying to convince people to buy. Persuasion does not always lead to sale. But I can confidently lead to sale. But I can confidently tell you that clarity will 90% of the time lead to sale. When a client knows, understand, has no doubt because objection has been cleared, such clients will buy, if not immediately, eventually. I have people that are buying from me in 2025 that have made inquiry from as far back as 7, 8 years ago. So they will buy, they are watching, they are listening. If they don't buy immediately, probably you don't have the purchasing power, but trust me, they will buy. Now, trust shortens the decision process. I can tell you this, and that is because I made a sale very early this morning, and it is because of trust. The client said, Williams, don't talk too much. I know you, I trust you. You cannot, I know you cannot give me something that is not good. And for it to be your own, Williams, give me 2 plots. Like I like I said here, I said trust shortens the decision process. Trust shortens the decision process. Because they know the person selling to them has created a profile, has built an image, has created a different profile in their hearts. Do you understand? And they trust that person enough to guide them. They say, this is my hand. Walk me through this process. Trust shortens the decision process. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be teaching us on how to build trust. When you do all of the needful, sales is automatic. Now, instead of I will think about it, you start getting responses like where do I say now? But for example, I want to cite another one. Telling a client that Novaro is just a stone throw away and replacing that with using sales keywords, using the language the client wants to hear. People are tired of hearing stone throw. There are certain words that have been abused in real estate. It's always a stone throw. I remember I was on site one day. I was with a client, and I saw a client and a realtor arguing on that inspection. And the client now said, "Yeah," now told the realtor, "Yeah, this is the stone. I want you to throw that stone. Maybe you said it is stone throw away from Dangote refinery. You must throw that stone, and I must pick it from Dangote refinery." So instead of just throwing around words, talk like a professional, walk your clients through the process. They want to, even if they are not there, they want to imagine. Do you understand? So don't just say it's a stone throw. No, you tell them that Novaro Hills is located on one of the fastest growing corridor in the whole of Ibadan, with constant electricity, surrounded by major landmarks like Ladoke Akitola train station, University of Ibadan, Eleyele Waterworks, NYSC Secretariat, Ido Market, Polytechnic of Ibadan, Lead City. In fact, I can go on and on. And that is why people are rushing that location, because the investment potential is extremely high. A lot of people just discovered that location. Usually before, people were looking at Monia, but now attention is facing Ido. And luckily for you, Novaro Hills is located in a buy and build location. There are people living around, their houses around. You talk. It's a conversation. For those that attended the 3-day sales masterclass, you are one of the luckiest human on the earth. And I'm sure you can remember one of these things. I told people that leads don't necessarily means sales. I told people that conversation does. Talk. Enjoy what you are doing. The problem a lot of realtors have is they have a long list of people they want to call. So they'll just give this one a timeline. 3 minutes. If it's not going to buy, I move on to no, no, no. Now take your time. Provide clarity. Talk with purpose. Walk the client through. Do you understand? Is that true? Do they have like that much? Of course. After this phone call, you're free to Google it. Ido enjoys the one of the best electricity in the whole of Ibadan. And that's because they usually have like between 20 to 24 hours light. So imagine having a plot in a serene, peaceful environment where you are not bothered about bad light, bad road, when is it going to develop, all of the headaches that people in the city face. A stress-free environment, developed environment. All of these things I'm saying is like I'm gisting, Abi. That is the way sales should be. It should not be life is not hard now. So, ladies and gentlemen, that I just said, let me just touch on product knowledge because some people keep asking me, "Oh, sir, you have given us brochure. We know these things. Yeah, why?" For all of my trainings, I will still mention this. I don't like skipping the process, and that is why I touch on little bitty information that a lot of people tend to ignore. Now let's understand Novaro Hills. Before we can talk about Novaro Hills, we can't sell with Novaro Hills if you don't know the concept, what we are trying to do, if you don't have an idea of the vision, if you don't have an idea of the story. Guys, sell Novaro Hills though. Because I am sitting like this, I am seeing some very good signs. Very, very good signs. And unfortunately, the pre-launch price ends tomorrow. So please, I'm begging you as a realtor. Um, if you have never been to Novaro Hills, though the time is too short to make arrangement for an inspection before the deadline, but please just book a site inspection. The last mega tour that we did, in fact, the realtors that attended said, "Sir, you didn't make noise about this location enough. If only people know how fantastic this location is, and we can proudly brag that we have never taken any client to site and the person don't end up buying. That is because it is better to under promise and under deliver than sorry, it is better not to over promise and under deliver. So the noise we're making about it is good enough. If you come there, like for those that will say, can I pay? Can I pay? I said, do you have time? Let's go for inspection. There's this saying in Yoruba that if you are sure of something and if you are sure of your charm or whatever, you used to eat your head. And that is why all of our adverts, we made sure that we're saying it. No, don't pay yet. Come and see. Come and see. God blessed us with this estate. So let's talk about Novaro Hills, guys. Novaro Hills is not just your everyday estate. Novaro Hills is an eco-friendly, or should I use the word eco-inspired community, and is located in Ibadan. I'm sure you're tired of hearing the word eco-friendly, but those that have attended or have been to site understand why we keep touching on that word, because you are surrounded by nature. And because we are moving our estate there, it doesn't mean we are going to chop everything off. We are still going to marry what we have with what nature is giving us free of charge. I love the fresh air. I'm not one of those people that, is a developer, is chopping down all of the trees, and by the time we start developing there's no fresh air. No, we are not trying to bring that city lifestyle. No, the essence and the story behind Novaro Hills, we want somebody to be able to have an escape. I'm tired of the cities, I'm stressed out, I'm having headache. Let me go to Novaro Hills Estate, my house in Novaro Hills, to rest for the weekend. Or let me go with my family to rest my head for the weekend. That is the kind of feeling we are trying to create with Novaro Hills, a place that can act as an escape from the city. And we it took us a while. It took us a while. People have been saying, Mr. Property, we notice you after close to 10 years, we notice you are selling for other companies. When are you going to start? I'm like, this thing called developing. You don't rush into it. You take your time, you learn, you observe, you research. We don't work with everybody's time. Do you understand? It took us 2 whole years to finally get this property. And the reason for that is we know it is impossible to use the word perfect, but we're looking for something that ticks all of the boxes. And when I mean all of the boxes, we are talking about family due diligence, we are talking about court due diligence, we are talking about surveyor general, we are talking about ministry, we are talking about headache free. It took us a long time, and also it took us a long time because we also have to pray to be certain too. We got some very fantastic properties, but thank God for God's guidance and a lot of research. In fact, God bless my acquisition team. It took us a long time because you see a perfect property, everything looks good to go. While you are digging and digging and digging deeper, you now see you now see that problem staring at you that God save you. So it took us a long while, and that is because we're trying to be careful. I am a realtor. Because I have my own estate doesn't change the fact that I'm a realtor. I'm always a realtor. And I will never sell a product that will put anybody in trouble. And we've not even done that. People even still say, and you're a lawyer. Why didn't you do your due diligence? Why did so we're very, very, very careful. We're very careful. And when we're on the verge of giving up, because we in fact we almost assume that there is no good land anywhere. Because once we dig deeper like this, we see that problem. And when we're on the verge of giving up, God blessed us with this location. And we can proudly say that we finally got an estate that is headache free, ticks all of the boxes. And this was after we got another one in Ogun State in Aton. Oh my God, fantastic property, close to 5 universities, fantastic property. But while digging deeper, God saved us. The owner said, it's only thank God. You're a lawyer. God save you. God save you. Because if you guys had bought this property, you'd have put yourself into trouble. So it was why digging deeper God saved us. So when we're on the verge of giving up that how are we now going to get good land when almost all the land out there has issues? God said, you know what, you have been patient enough. Let me bless you with this one. And he do welcomed us. So like I said, it is Novaro Hills was a blessing waiting to happen. And for our clients that were patient and the realtors that were very patient, Mr. Property, we are waiting. Just say the word go and we are ready to run. Immediately, even before we unveiled, some of our realtors were like, sir, do you have something on pre-order? Just put it out. Because it is you, and because you guys have been God sent and you have honored me. God will honor you as well. My class are usually interactive. Please, if you are just joining, just type Dodo in the chat section. Do. I want you to type Dodo in the chat section. Please, I want to be sure I'm not the only one here. I need you to type Dodo in the chat section. For those that attend my training, they know that that is my password. Once I'm seeing Dodo like this, I get this, this happiness made in heaven. Type Dodo, please. Hey, Dodo, I'm saying Dodo. Type Dodo, type Dodo, type Dodo. Type Dodo in the chat section. I will not continue. Type Dodo. Type Dodo. See powerful people. Powerful people. Type Dodo. I need one more Dodo, please. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to create we are trying to create a space that we can say, go to Novaro Hills and rest. You look stressed. Go to Novaro Hills and rest. Once you get to Novaro Hills, all your problem, everything you have going on here. So we're trying to create an estate that is therapeutic in nature. You can take a stroll. You can hear the chirping birds, tranquility, security. You are not afraid that um, while in Ibadan, I was saying, it seems I'll just probably build a townhouse here in Ibadan. Very quiet. From my estate down to the hotel where I'm staying, no single traffic. I said, hey, when last did I drive this long without any single traffic? Between yesterday and today alone, I was supposed to be in Ibadan yesterday. I had to turn after spending like 5 hours on Lagos Ibadan Expressway. The same thing today. I left my house around 6 o'clock. I got to Ibadan some minutes to 2. That's to tell you the hell I faced. So we said, let's look at Ibadan. We looked at Ogun State. A lot of the properties we got in Ogun State didn't check out. We said, okay, God, where is the next direction? God said, oh, what are you looking to? What are you looking for in Shokoto is inside your Shokoto. And right there, we went to Ibadan, and Ibadan has welcomed us. Another advantage that Ibadan has is Ibadan is a sleeping giant. Ibadan does not make too much noise. But the things here in Ibadan will shock you because you are talking about a thriving environment for businesses. You are talking about tech corridors. You are talking about event centers. There's hardly anything you are looking for that is not in Ibadan here. And we found out too late. We didn't shine enough light on Ibadan early enough, but at least we are here now. Documentation for perfection of documents is extremely fast in Ibadan. In fact, I've not seen anything like that before, unlike Lagos and Ogun. So we are blessed to be here. And I've also been getting this question. Sir, I need you to tell us the type of people Novaro Hills is meant for. And I've spoken about I've said this over and over again. Our target audience. Some people say, oh, we are trying to create a product for so. No, in our case, we are not trying to niche down too much. We are trying to create an eco-inspired space for everybody, for old people. In fact, a lot of our clients they bought a plot from Novaro Hills so that they can build a retirement home for their parents here in Ibadan. Ah, I want my dad to leave Lagos. I want him to go to a serene environment, build a bungalow. So give me a plot. So people are building retirement homes here. So people are saying, oh, I have a house in Lagos, but you know how Lagos is. I need an escape from Lagos. So what do? They buy a townhouse here. Then we have young people saying, oh, I don't know what the future holds. I'm young and this money is in my account. Instead of it just 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 wasting away with no interest accruing on it, let me go for a 300 square meters plot while I watch it grow. And this is because a lot of these people have done their background check. And one of them sent me a screenshot that you did not only say in your video that a land in Ido has grown by over 150%. Sir, you made a mistake. Land in Ido in the last 3 years has grown by over 300%. So if you are doing a new video, please stop saying 150%. Land in Ido is going fast because this thing you are telling everybody that the light in Ido is between 20 to 24 hours light. You are bringing attention to Ido. You are bringing competition to Ido. I said, we are not afraid of competition. In fact, competition is not even our dictionary. We are laser focused on what we are doing. We are all about collaboration. The deficit in Nigeria is so big, so big for one person to cover. So everybody can come to anywhere we are. If we're in a location, if they want to join us, God bless them. Let them come around. We don't see. We are not trying to compete. We are not. It's a very wide space. So Ido is a blessing from God. And apart from the young people, even regular average Nigerian salary earners, you can buy here. If you want to create generational wealth for your children, we've gotten people that have bought several plots for their children. Some are bought in acres. Okay, you know what, sir? Can I get 2 acres? Can I get 3 acres? I'll just buy in my children's name. Once they turn 21 or once they turn 18, I will hand it over to them. Of course, you can create generational wealth. You can buy for your parents to use as a retirement home. Clients in diaspora are buying, they don't even need to come down. Some of them send representative, while some will do a virtual tour for them. So Novaro Hills in Ido is for everybody. And like I said, we are not trying to niche down. Eco-friendly. And also when we get to the features and the things we are trying to provide in Ido in Ibadan, you will understand some distinct factors that separate us or that makes us very unique. Now, for some of the people just joining, or for some of the people just meeting Mr. Property, are asking me, oh, well, please, sir, we need to know the developer background. Who are the people in charge of Novaro Hills? Who are the people building the brand? Because we don't know Novaro Hills, we don't know Cozy Events Limited. Who are the people building the brand? And The only reason you do not know is because we are new in developing, but not new in real estate. We have been in real estate for over a decade, and we have thousands of clients in our portfolio, satisfied, happy clients. And in our case, we don't do the noise. We don't make the noise. We allow our clients to do that, and that's because our job is not done. For if you are working in Cozy Events Limited, you know, because some of you are part of this video, you know that you cannot decide to close one eye when we have a disgruntled client. We are obsessed with client satisfaction, and that has earned us the trust of thousands of clients. And we started the project Cozy Events Limited, yes, officially 2019, but we have been operating since 2015. That is more than a decade of experience in real estate, and we have our track record speaks for us. Now, Novaro Hills is our flagship project, and it took us a while. Like I said, it took us 2 years, and the reason for that is we wanted to make sure that we are introducing this product with verified documents. Then we said we are following certain principles, and we made sure that all of those principles are ticked. And so we're looking at value, we are looking at innovation, we are looking at transparency. All of these things were we made sure we tick them while provided, and that is why it took us a while to introduce Novaro Hills. If not, probably you should have been hearing about our estate like a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago. But like I said, we didn't rush. It was a project that took a long time for us to get an estate, and God finally blessed us with this particular estate. So, Cozy Events Limited has more than a decade of experience in the industry, despite the fact that Novaro Hills is our flagship project. And we have thousands of investors that have bought other estates from us, and a lot of those clients have also shown us loyalty and love by being the first set of people, because what we did was before we unveiled at all, we did a pre-order, and we can proudly tell you that 90% of those pre-order was gotten by clients that have patronized us over the years. So Cozy Events Limited is known for integrity. At the end of this training, you can go on Google and type Cozy Events Limited. You will see reviews popping up left and right. We are not the one that typed all of those things, but when you do your job, people will say thank you. When you don't do your job, and please, before we start this training or before we go further, if you're a realtor, I beg you in God's name, I am begging you, should I kneel down? Whatever feedback you get from a client, don't ever get angry. I was watching a video online today from Trisha Bees, and she said something that has always been on my mind. And she said that whatever feedback you get, whatever client complaint you get, whatever emotion you get on the job, ladies and gentlemen, it is referred to as data. It is referred as data. Why do we get a lot of referrals? Why do we have a lot of return clients? It is we have not always been perfect. I am not one of those that will do a product knowledge or whatever, and I'm trying to create a picture of perfection, because every individual is different. This client is happy about your services. Another one might not be happy about the same service. The person might be expecting some other things you didn't offer Mr. A. Do you understand? So they are different individuals. So, but whatever that client is saying, some clients will type a piece too. They will give it to you hot. Do you understand? Some of these things will affect your ego. You cannot talk to me like that. In this business, no. What do you do? Whatever feedback you get, you see it as whatever response you get, see it as a feedback, see it as data. And what do? You take that feedback, you work on it, you remold it, you give it another shape, add jaga fisi, give the client back. Do you understand? I once had one disgruntled client that the client sent a voice note. While still listening to the voice note, I was not done listening to the voice note. What did the client do? The client did a video again, showed her face like this, started cursing. Why am I even sending you a voice note? I want you to see my face so you can see how upset I am. Blah 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 blah. Gidi, 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 gidi. Gidi, gidi, gidi. She was just going on and on and on, and I didn't say a word because I understand that you know when to listen and when you are not. So after the client sent voice notes, sent me the video, I watched it. Client was calling me, I picked, was just raking. I didn't say a word. I was just listening. Said, Williams, what are you doing? Are you listening to me? I said, yes, I'm listening, ma. I'm writing. He said, what are you writing? I said, no problem. I want you to finish so I can touch on each and every observation you have made, ma. Okay. So let me list them out again. She listed those problems and I was listening and I was writing. And I touched on each and every problem. Now, the ones that we did not do, that the ones that we can probably hit. Sorry, the ones that we can take responsibility for that we didn't do. We apologized, we begged, and what did we do? We sent her a gift, and we made things right. We customized something for her, and we sent her a note saying, "I am sorry, but you cannot take our money outside. You are still our loving mommy." She saw that gift and she did another video. And what did I see? In the next like 10, 15 minutes, that video was already on her status. I was like, what happened? She said, Williams, whoever told you that the way to my heart is a surprise gift, that person has worked on you. That person gave you good experience. I'm no longer angry with you. What if I tell you that that client that was raking, sent video, sent voice notes, or raking on the phone is one of our biggest clients? One of our biggest clients. You want to hear the truth? This client have been buying from me for the past 10 years. I've still not seen her in person. She has not been to Nigeria. But she has bought over 20 estates from me. In fact, if I post any estate she likes the location, there's no questions, nothing. Do you like it, Williams? Do you trust the developer? Is this something you can buy? Okay, send me the company's account number. She makes payment. That is because we took her feedback, not we took her feedback, we worked on her feedback, and we made her our client forever and ever. So we are not trying to build a brand that does not have a base, that does not have a foundation. We're trying to create a brand that whatever we say in our adverts, both to realtors and to clients, our work is not done until we have worked on each and every one of them. And that's why we are always very careful with the type of promises we are making. We want to tell you something and you meet it like that. So that you not say, oh, these ones are just trying to sell. No. God has paid for so far. Um, now I've been getting questions as well on the location. I should talk more on the location of Ido, the potential of the location, blah 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 blah. I don't want to assume everybody is from Ibadan. So let me touch on the location. Ido is a Are we back? Are we back? Oh, finally. Network, network in Ibadan is showing me shaking. Okay, welcome back. So please let's fly. We have so much cover. So we said Ido is a blessed location surrounded by major towns like the Akufo, Ologunẹru, Bodija, Challenge, Apete, Alawa, Kala Expressway, Omi Adio. All of these locations are known for having one major landmark or another. And imagine Ido just being very, very close to all of this location. We all know about Akpete and Elele. Those places are buzzing already. We know about the Ladoke Akitola train station around Edo. So for easy access to and from the estate, it is super easy. You can come via the train and you can come via the road. From the last mega tour we did, I remember telling those that were with me, I said, "Oh yeah, everybody, put on your Google map. I want to show that we are not saying stone throw. From that location to Ido, if it is more than 20 to 25 minutes, I will pay the person." So we are not among those saying stone throw. It is exactly as it is. Very close to the Ladoke Akintola train station. And it's also very, very close to the University of Ibadan. It is very close to the Polytechnic here in Ibadan. It is very close to Leeds City. So making it not just a regular estate, it shows that it is very close to educational, commercial, and social centers, because you have event centers, clubs, major event banks, and all of that around this location. So it's that when we are saying it's a buy and build estate, I'm tired of people asking, "Sir, when will do develop?" I said, "Have you been there?" If you have not been there, unless you go there, that is when you know that, oh, it is not just a place where you now be painting an imaginary figure for your client. It is when you come for inspection. Seeing is believing. When you yourself you have seen it and you trust it enough to sell it. Do you understand? It's something your clients can buy now and they can start talking about building maybe by December. So let us do less of the talking, because we don't want to talk when you yourself have seen it. You won't talk much when you have seen it. You can paint it. The last mega tour we did, we came in through Alawu Akala because we were coming from Lagos. But when we're going back, we intentionally had to pass Ologunero. We passed inside Ibadan so that people can use their Google map to see how close it is from all these neighboring towns. We intentionally passed inside of Ibadan on our way back from the mega tour. And the reason for that is it is easy for you to sell these things when you know, when you yourself you can see, you can do your own live video. Okay, this place, where are we now? We are in Challenge. Oh, so it is so minutes away from this. You can do all of that yourself. So we intentionally, so please, Ido is not a bush. Ido is itself is a local government in Ibadan. And that is why I said God blessed us with this estate. And a lot of people have been asking, accessibility, as accessibility, where we have our estate is on Ido Eguwa Expressway. It's on Ido Eguwa Expressway. Now, coming to Ibadan today, the person that was driving me, this is first time of coming to Ibadan or even coming to Ido. He said, "Please, who is the governor for Ibadan? I'm yet to see a bad road in Ibadan." I said, "Most definitely there will be bad roads, but if I must commend the governor of Ibadan has been doing an amazing job. Most of the roads here are well done, are very well done, very, very well done. From all of the places I've been to today, it is very, very hard to see a bad road in any of those locations. So accessibility is covered. If you are coming to check out our estate, if you want to come in via the train, of course, like I said, the Omia Dio, some call it the Ladoke Akitola train station, is less than 20 minutes, or sorry, I said less than, it's less than 25 minutes from our estate. If you want to come via road, I've told you, you can come in via the Alawa Kala Expressway, then you head towards Akpata, then Omiadio, straight down, from Omiadio straight down to Ido, very straightforward. If you are coming from Ibadan, you come in through Ologunẹru, straight down to Ido, you pass Eleyele, um Odomi, all of those all of it is on that same road. Eleyele, Ologunẹru, on that same road, it leads straight down to Ido. Very, very easy. And also for realtors, they say, okay, sir, give us the coordinates. I will drop the coordinates on the group chat as well. So for accessibility purposes, Novaro Hills is so accessible wherever you are coming from and however you choose to come. Do you understand? And in case you do not know, there are several government projects ongoing in this location. And trust me, when we start talking about tech investments, we are talking about rail investments, we are talking about road expansion, all of these things are happening in Ido. Now, for realtors that are part of this training because you want to hear numbers, let's talk about numbers. So, yes, I don't want to say Ido is up there yet with development. Let's still use the word developing. But what Ido has more than any developing location is that the numbers are faster. We can probably tell you that Ido houses 37% of the estates in Ibadan, and the appreciation in Ido is faster. I've been sticking to this percentage. I've been telling clients between 50 to 150%. And like I said, a client of mine corrected me, say, sir, don't stop saying 150%. You should say between 150% to 300%. And that is because while doing his research before buying a plot here, he said, sir, that there's something about this location, and that is why I'm buying. So the appreciation, the return on investment, the appreciation value is very, very fast. And we can tell you in few years, Novaro Hills will be up there. And that's why we say, please don't wish you had bought at the present price we are selling. Be among those that said, thank God I watched that advert and I made my decision and I bought immediately. Now we have talked about numbers. Now let's talk about emotional return on investment. A lot of realtors don't know there's something called that. There's something called emotional return on investment. So while you are pitching the known return on investment to sell as a realtor, please always use the emotional return on investment. And how does that work? You are pitching in things clients cannot see. You are pitching to clients things that they can imagine it, but they can't see it yet. So you are talking about peace, you are talking about pride, you are talking about sense of ownership, you are you are talking about tranquility, you are talking about serenity, you are talking about security. Ido is blessed with all of these things. And that is when you are talking to a client and you're telling a client, sir, imagine having your own piece of land in a hill surrounded by greenery, surrounded by chirping birds, trees, you are enjoying full breeze, you are not inhaling carbon monoxide, you are not stressed, somebody is not pressing on and swearing and cursing, just away from all of that madness. All of these things that I'm talking about, some of these keywords are some of the things we refer to as emotional return on investment. So when you're talking about return on investment, you use those keywords that will take them from where they are to take them to another level, so that that hint of regret will be there when they don't end up buying. I wish I had bought. You take them away from all of the problems they are facing and create one beautiful heaven in their head, and that heaven you are painting in their head is referred to as Novaro Hills. Serene, quiet, breeze, peace of mind, headache free, all of those things, tranquility, security, all of those things are emotional return on investment that we are providing in Novaro Hills. So, ladies and gentlemen, plot sizes. What are the plot sizes we have here in Ido, in Novaro Hills, Ido? We have the 500 square meters and we have the 300 square meters. Now, the 500 square meters currently, the reason I'm saying currently is because from the 1st of November, the price won't be selling at the rate it's selling now. So currently it is selling for 2 million naira, while the 300 square meters is selling for 1.3. From November 1st, 500 square meters will be selling for 3 million naira, while the 300 square meters will be selling for 2.3 million. So, but currently, that is the price it's going for. And some people will ask you, 500 square meters. What can I build on 500 square meters? And I tell them you can build anything you want on the 500 square meters. You can build a family home on the 500 square meters. You can build a duplex on the 500 square meters. You can build two semi-detached on the 500 square meters. You can build a multi-unit on the 500 square meters. Don't whine me. My client say, Williams, calm down. I understand you. I get you. I say, mommy, don't say it again. Do you know how many things you can do on the 500 square meters? I didn't know how big 500 square meter is until a client of mine built the house he built on his land. Though it's a semi-detached, but if you enter that house, you never believe it is built on the 200 square meters. And yet, a lot of people, when you tell them 500 square meters, the imaginary picture they have is Konkolu. And anytime you want to see what a 200 square meters looks like, I'll just show them that a video of that house. They say, no, William shall line. I'm like, okay, should I show you? Should I, should I show you the? Should I show you the survey and everything? 200 square meters. So please, always educate your client. Some clients, when you pay, they say, 300 square meters is too much. If it is what they can afford, please, they should not miss out on buying because they can't afford the 500 square meters when they can afford the 300 square meters. From a 300 square meters, they will gladly build what they want to build, and they'll still have parking space. So I think that covers that. We only sell two plot sizes with the 500 square meters and the 300 square meters. And we have said for those corner plots are available and commercial plots are available as well. For corner plot, it is 15% extra, while commercial is 20% extra. Um, what have I not touched? Oh, sorry, I forgot. The initial deposit currently is 300 square meters, 300,000 for a 500 square meters, and 200,000 for a 300 square meters. Currently, from the 1st of November, the initial deposit is not going to change. 300,000 naira for a 500 square meters and 200,000 for a 300 square meters. The initial deposit is not going to change, but the price is most definitely going up. Flexible payment plan. We have been we have been generous so far with our payment plan, and some people are saying, how are you guys making profits? You guys should stop this interest-free payment plan, but that will defeat the purpose of why we are doing what we are doing, because we sat down and we said we are trying to do what nobody else is doing. Yes, profit will come, but how can we? It's impossible to please everybody, but how can you come close to pleasing everybody? And we looked at affordability, and we looked at payment plan, we looked at allocation, we looked at documentation, we looked at prompt service. All of these things we factored into Novaro Hills. For affordability, we made it so affordable, so affordable, with an interest-free payment plan of 6 months. We tried, we tried. Then for allocation, because of the shege, people are afraid of buying our receipts instead of land and all the online palaver. We say, okay, let us allocate. If you have made part payment, we'll still show you where your land is. You'll be allocated. All of that. Why are we doing that? Because we know we can earn your trust. We can earn your trust. So, okay, prompt service, you get your receipts, you get your documents in record time. If you're a realtor, before you blink like this, you have seen your commission. See, okay, that's done again. What else can we do? Provisional survey again. Provisional. No, don't worry. We will give you a registered survey. Oh yeah, ask us another thing again. So we listed 50 probable problems that client might face, and we're able to provide answers to all of them. So they are the most it wasn't easy, but trying to meet people at the point of their need, even if not everything, but most part of it, is one of our biggest achievements. Yes, it's affecting our back end profit wise, but the most important thing is this is our flagship project, and We need to earn people's trust again because a lot of people have lost trust and belief in real estate. So no waiting, no stories for allocation. You get it instantly. Part payments, your client has made part payment. Our first allocation happening in November. Be certain your client will be among those that will be allocated. People have been saying, sir, what about documents? Just you just do like this. Even before after this video, I'm going on the Google Sheet and I'm going to upload the registered survey. So in case your client wants to ask you, can I do a due diligence? Don't worry. From there, you can download and send to your clients. We have nothing to hide. We can't wait this long to provide a product that is not sellable, that is not believable. Do you understand? So everything we are trying to provide transparency, whatever your client needs to make a purchase, you just contact us, we'll give it to you. Contact us, we'll give it to you. What else? So I think we've covered that. Allocation, we are going to make it very transparent, fast, and very fair. So our first allocation should be happening in the next 3 weeks or towards the end of November. Everybody will be updated. Your clients will get their mail, and each of the realtors too will be carried along because on that day of that allocation, we're also going to be unveiling the phase two of Novaro Hills. We're going to be unveiling the phase two of Novaro Hills, and at the same time, we're going to be allocating our very first client. I'm super excited because this who would have thought that this whole project will move at this pace. God has blessed us with fantastic realtors. God has blessed us with fantastic clients. I have some realtors that say, sir, I don't need your video. Just all I need is just tell me the next inspection date. When they showed up on the day of the mega tour like this, bam, it was like an action film. I saw people's video and I'm like, in this line of business, it's like I have so much to learn on video creation. People did you need to see videos now. Novaro Hills video, I'm like, where did you get this concept from? They said, sir, you don't worry. Maybe it's for the estate to be sold out. It's you now. We will sell it. And I've been asking myself, what have I done to have gotten this level of honor and trust from a lot of realtors? God bless you. You guys don't know what, as you are carrying my matter on your head like gala, God will carry your own matter carry your matter on his head too. Because it has been something fantastic. And for new realtors that are just joining us, and for those that have been saying, sir, you have not been doing trainings, your DM, you have not been. I said, it's not easy. My DM is full for now because I am overwhelmed. But I am planning something very big for new realtors. I am planning something very big. Let me even reveal the name. It's called Abundance Alliance. Abundance Alliance. Because, like I said, I am tired of answering the same question to some persons in isolation, and in a day or two after, another new realtor that is just joining is having the same issue, and I will need to start answering the same question. So I said, you know what, it is long overdue I create that community. So there's a community coming up. It is called Abundance Alliance. If you have never done real estate in your life, you don't know about real estate, you have not sold, you don't even know what is, you don't even know the definition of what is real estate. Once you join that community, so we are going to take like, we first start with what I call a 30 days sales training. We're not going to stop 30 days, like every day. We do like 1 hour, 2 hours training on sales until everybody that is part of that community makes money. Then we now follow it up with maybe once a week community training where I can do like a training for 3 whole hours, I take questions, but all of these things are done collectively instead of answering questions in the DM. So please, I'm begging, I'm sure you guys should just understand. Novaro Hills is, I hope my wife is not watching. Novaro Hills is like a new bride and it's taking a lot of my time. So I will be back. I will be back. Like the movie, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator. I will be back very, very soon. We're going to create that community and we're going to make that real estate community the biggest in Africa. That's the vision. So the community is going to be very big, very, very big. We are going to touch on the 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 aspect of real estate that have never been touched. If you have never sold real estate, just prepare yourself because we are going to start that community very soon. I have it in mind. I'm working towards it. And once we announce it, there's no going back. But for now, if you have questions for me, real estate related questions, enter my DM, drop it, and I will answer. I will answer. It might not be immediately, but eventually I will answer. Okay. So I think I've covered most questions on this. Ladies and gentlemen, objection handling. I'm sorry I have to do this now because most people are not here. Most and this is like the number one question everybody have been asking. Sir, how do I sell Novaro Hills? My client said I'm tired of real estate scam. My client is saying, how am I sure the estate will develop? My client is saying, that place is too far. My client is saying it's too expensive. My client is saying, is the area developed? Now we have gotten to the objection handling part, and I have how many people in the house? If you are here, type dodo. Let me know how many people I have in the house. Because the people right now here are the lucky ones. They are the ones that will know how to handle these objections. They are the ones that will know how to handle objections. And the objections handling I'm going to be giving is not only limited to Novaro Hills. It's not only limited to Novaro Hills. If you are here, type dodo, 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 dodo. If you are here, type dodo. If you are here, type do because we need to run. I need to join another meeting in a very short while. Type dodo if you're in the house before we begin the objection handling. I need to be sure I'm not alone. Type do. If I don't get any dodo, I will not proceed. Oh. If I don't get any dodo, I will not proceed. Oh yeah, dodo. Okay, so I'm going to just touch on maybe a few of the objections. Let's quickly touch on that. One of the objections that a lot of you usually hear is I'm scared of real estate scam. I've been scammed before. Ladies and gentlemen, before we touch on these objections, there are three things you should be able to do when you want to handle objections. Real estate objections, three major things, and they're called the three A's. The three A's. The three A's. Because a lot of you handle these objections wrongly. They are called the three A's. They are called the three A's of objection handling. When a client tell you, for example, I am tired or I'm scared of real estate scam, what's the first thing you do? Ladies and gentlemen, you acknowledge. You acknowledge. That's the first A. You acknowledge. And you don't just acknowledge, you acknowledge by showing empathy. By showing empathy. You acknowledge by showing empathy. I'm tired of real estate scams. I completely understand your concern. That's a very valid fear. Now, the truth is, many people have fallen victim to scams, which is why Cozy Events Limited goes the extra mile to protect investors like yourself. And that is why we have provided you with everything you need to be sure that this is really a good one. They're very transparent company. If you need documents, if you need to do due diligence, we guide you every step of the way until you are convinced enough to buy. So the first thing is, from this answer that I just gave, I acknowledge Abi. The next thing is address. I acknowledged the client's concern. I addressed. I addressed by providing an answer, a solution to that concern. And what's the last thing that I will now do? I ask a question. And the question is, I ask a question. So after I must have provided the solution, I've now asked the client, would that be all, or do you have any other pending concern? Acknowledge, address, and ask a question, ladies and gentlemen. Use the three A's. Do you understand? Novaro Hills has verified documents, registered survey, deed of assignment. We offer instant allocation. In fact, you will know your plot before you are done paying. Do you understand? And even while you don't just only know your plot, all of this place, your plot, there'll be a beacon on your plot for you to be able to identify it anytime you come. And we also tell clients to come to our office anytime they like. We invite clients to come over, let them see. Transparency is part of our policy. We don't just want to paint an imaginary image. You can come to our office, you can go through our documents, we can even give you our documents. If you want to come for site inspection, we can make that easy peasy for you. If you are not able to come, you can send a representative or we can send you a coordinate. And the reason we are doing this is for you to be able to do an independent inspection on your own so that you can make an objective judgment on whether this location is good. Do you understand? You now end it with a question. Do you understand, ma? Do you understand, sir? Acknowledge, address, and ask a question. When you do this, what happens? The fear disappears when clients feel safe. When a client is confident that, oh, okay, I think that is sorted. Ladies and gentlemen, always and every time, when you sell peace of mind, not just land, always and every time that client will buy. Don't try to persuade, don't try to convince, don't try to sell. Let me repeat, don't try to persuade. I am afraid of real estate scam is a very, very important objection because they just told you why they have your money, but this is the reason they are not dropping it. This is the reason they are folding their hand. Three A's, ladies and gentlemen. Acknowledge that fear, acknowledge that objection by showing empathy. Acknowledge it by showing empathy. Acknowledge by showing empathy. And what's the next thing I expect you to do? You address. And what's the last thing you do? You ask question. Oh, I completely understand your concern. It is a very valid fear. But the truth is, Novaro Hills is different. And the reason why we say that is because transparency is one of our policies. The doors of our offices are always open for you to come any day and every day. You can request for documents, you can walk into our office, check the documents, you can do a background check on us. We're a registered company. You can request for a site inspection. We take you on site inspection. We can send you Google coordinates. You can do a secondary inspection where you can make an objective judgment, so that it does not look like we are trying to sugar coat or sweet talk you into buying. No, you can go there on your own. We can give you the Google coordinates. You can inspect our documents. If there's any reason for you not to trust us, we will understand. Transparency is one of our policies. This is a company that gives you instant allocation. How many company does that? In fact, before you are done paying, they will show you where your land is. And why are they doing this? So that you can trust them. Do you understand, ma? Do you understand, sir? You see the way I just answered that question? Three A's. Acknowledge their fear, address it, and end it always by asking a question at the end. It puts you in charge. Do you understand? You are in charge of the conversation. You need to be sure. And when people mirror or affirms what you are saying by saying yes, do you understand? Yes. Do you like it? Yes. By the time they keep saying yes, there's a way it works with the subconscious mind. That is one of the secret of psychological selling. You need to be able to make them affirm those things you want them to affirm. Another major question that a lot of people usually get is, let me think about it. Just give me time. What are they thinking about? The only reason they are thinking about is because they don't have clarity. So when the client said, tell you, let me think about it, do you know what most realtors do? Say, okay, no problem, daddy, no problem, mommy. What are they thinking about? No, you don't just say, no problem. What do you do? The three A's. That's perfectly okay. Real estate is a big buying decision, and you should feel comfortable and in your own skin when buying it. But let me share something people don't realize. This property is a one of a kind property. And we like when clients think about these things before they make this buying decision. And that's where we know how to help you more. So we want to know, sir, we want to know, ma, what exactly do you want to think about? Is it the location? Is it the price? So that I can provide you with materials or resources that can aid your buying decision. Do you understand? What are you doing? You are trying to find out what they are thinking. You have to provide clarity. And by saying what I just said, 99% of the time, the client will tell you what they want to think about. Don't say okay when the client say I want to think about it. Find out what they want to know. Okay, some of them will say, okay, the only reason I say let me think about it is because my wife is not here. They have given you reason they want to think about it by saying, it is the location. That's another objection. You address it. But if you say, let me think, 99% of the time, a client that say, let me think about it is not going to buy. And this is a universally accepted principle. I want you to, after this training, sit down and look at all of your clients that I've told you I will think about it. How many of them end up buying? One or two or none at all. Let me think about it is an escape route. Please don't accept let me think about it. You need to acknowledge. And how do you address? You address by adding a sense of urgency and also providing clarity. The clarity is you ask them, you first acknowledge, oh, I understand perfectly. Buying real estate is a very, very important buying decision. So we want you to be very comfortable when making this decision. But we also like to know what exactly you want to think about so that while you are alone trying to make that buying decision, you have enough resources to help you to make that decision. Is it the price? So that we can probably share some of the information that we have that can help you make this decision. If it is the location, we can share resources. If probably you have your doubts, we have testimonials of people that have bought from us. We just want to know what exactly you want to think about. Oh, it is the location. They will tell you, but you cannot know if you just say, okay, let me think about it. Say, okay, man, thank you so much for your time. And you now let them go. It's a sin in sales. It's a sin, an unforgivable sin in sales. There's nothing like okay. Hmm. Then you even put sense of urgency. Okay, if it is the price, you now talk about that objection. Now, mommy, what you don't know about this price you are giving this estate is if I do a breakdown of what why we are giving this price, in fact, you will pray and bless us. We have to give out this price so that we can accommodate every Nigerian. 2 million for an all inclusive amount. It includes other fees, it includes price of land. Mommy, the price of land in this location alone is 2.5 million without all these other fees. And you now see a real estate company that is providing you all of these things, gives you instant allocation with that same price. In fact, people have been asking us, how do you guys make profit with this price you are selling? So like I used to tell my clients, the number one thing you have to do when buying real estate is do your research. Mommy, find out how much people, how much a plot is going for in this location, then you will understand that we are giving you one of the best offer ever. Find out what that client is trying. The reason that client said, "Let me think about it." Mommy, are you with me, ma? When she now say, "Yes, I'm with you," and now you are putting out. So all of these things you are telling her, you are guiding her. You are guiding her. Don't say okay. What's another objection that you guys used to hear? Realtors, please put it in the chat section. Let me give you an answer. Because there is no objection in this world that does not have an answer. Some will say, "I don't have the full money." You tell them that's why you installments. And what did I say? I said use the 3 A's. You acknowledge. No, that's totally fine. You don't even have to have the full money. These estates, they are so flexible in such a way that they created something suitable or specially tailored for everyone. With just 300,000, you can start, ma. Then your balance, you can spread it within 6 months, interest free, headache free. Their flexible payment plan is specially designed for people like you. You don't need to stress yourself. Do you understand me? Are you with me, sir? So, like I said, the 3 A's: acknowledge, address, and ask a question. That is the formula for objection. If a client tell you, is that area even developing self? Is it developing? You tell them, yes, it is developing, and it's not just developing, it's developing fast. And that is why we are telling you to invest now. Don't just, please, keywords. Realtors, use your keywords properly. Use your keywords that clients wants to hear. Because the only way they will buy from you is when you build your credibility with facts. When you build your credibility with facts, not with sentiment or emotion. It's not by how loud your voice is or how you are gesticulating. No. Facts. Ido is developing really fast, and that is why you should invest now. The next thing they're expecting to hear is they are not expecting you to tell them why why it is developing fast. The beauty of investing in fast-growing areas is because of their proximity to developed areas already. This location is close to Akpete, is close to Eleyele, is close to a train station. You know how it feels to have an estate close to a train station, close to universities, surrounded by commercial and educational centers. So when I say it is developing fast and you need to invest now, Edo is a reason for that. Now, aside that, even the Oyo State government, they don't stop working in this location. The Edo Eruwa Expressway is a road the government is working on, and they're even still expanding the road up till now. Now, Daddy, I also want you to do like a background check of how much a plot of land was selling in this location barely 2 years ago. The same thing we are saying about this location, we said it about places like Ekpe. Now, an acre in this location is almost the same price with how much a plot in Ekpe is selling for. And I can proudly tell you that they offer equal, or this place even offers better potential than Ekpe. So when you have major touch points, major signs, major pointers that is showing that you are going to enjoy a good return on investment, don't overthink it. And that is why I feel you should buy now. So what do you feel, sir? You see what I did? I acknowledge, I address, and I ask the question. That is how to handle objection. Please, when you are selling, have a conversation. A lot of you guys, a lot of realtors, you're always too formal. It's like you're reading a script. Conversation. Conversation. My favorite my favorite quote in any of my trainings is conversation leads to conversion. Conversation leads to conversion. When you tell yourself every day, in fact, you will be chatting more than 100 people in a day. When you chat more than 100 people in a day, it's impossible for you not to have a new client. So before any new realtor comes and send me a private DM, that's the first question I will ask you. How many conversation have you had today? Have conversation, intentional conversations. Some clients will tell you another objection is, I don't live in Nigeria. You tell them, oh, of course, that's not a problem. We have several clients in diaspora who own land with us. They either send representatives or we take them on a virtual tour of the estate. So that has never been a problem. You are going to receive scanned copies of all your documents. Payment is going to be confirmed, and all of these things will be done in record time. We can allocate your plots even in your absence. You will receive your full documentation via courier. You can also appoint a representative who can get all of these things for you. Do you understand? Ladies and gentlemen, the number one, these are the important things diasporans watch out for. If you're trying to sell to a diaspora, just these three things are what they're after. If you're a realtor, put it in your marketing, put it in your videos. Everything you do, let these three things guide you. Diasporans are concerned about this. I call it the TPD. They are concerned with three things: trust, process, and documentation. These are the three primary things diasporans are interested in. So whenever you're talking to a diasporan, whenever you're doing a video, don't do a video that you want to hear. Do a video. These three keywords, include it, use it to create your script. Talk about trust, talk about process, talk about documentation, and you'll be surprised at the results. And also you need to also emphasize the company, the company's credibility and transparency. And how do you do that? Client testimonial, testimonial of your other clients that are bought from this company. Ladies and gentlemen, to sell successfully, you must believe in what you are selling. If you don't know what you are selling, you don't trust it, if you don't believe it, nobody will buy from it. So you need to learn to sell with certainty. If you're unsure, the client as well will sense it. Client can sniff your fear. Client can sniff your uncertainty. Client can sniff when you are not. Guys, sell Novaro heels. I know why. Oh. Hmm. So that people will not say when you reach your turn, you slept on it. Do you understand? As a realtor, talk to clients. Know the details of the estate. Use storytelling to sell to your clients. Also, always assure them and speak with calm assurance. You are a real estate professional. You are not a beggar. Realtors talk, walk, address, guide like a real estate professional. I told the realtor not too long ago. A realtor said, "Ah, sir, my clients are not buying from me." So when we just did a little, a little, a little preview of what the realtor does on a daily, I even saw some of the messages. I said, this is not a follow up. If I am the client, I will not buy from you too. I'll be afraid to buy from you because it's like you are literally begging me. Like you are literally begging me. You are not a beggar. You are a real estate advisor. You need to be sought after, not the other way around. Position yourself in a way that if a client needs to, I have clients that will chat me up as late as 10 p.m. Williams, I was arguing this thing with my friend. He said, survey. He said governor's consent is is less superior to excision. Yes, he's on the call. He's on the call. You need to let's talk about it. Position yourself as the expert. Position yourself as the go-to guy when they need guidance, when they need clarity on anything. Please don't be a beggar. The way you talk, the way you walk, your chat flow, your conversation flow, your confidence, but the way you talk, let it be reflected. No, Mr. Johnson, Novaro Hills is not just another estate. No, it is not. Novaro Hills is not just another estate. It's one of the most strategic and secure estate I've seen in my life. And the reason for this is the way the estate is positioned, the way it is surrounded by landmarks, the presence of nature. Please don't sleep on this because some of us we've gotten access to what is in the background, the design, what is coming to Novaro Hills. Please don't. It's not just your everyday estate. It's a peaceful escape from the entire city madness. You see where I'm talking? I'm talking as if I'm talking with a colleague or a friend. I'm not shivering. I'm not shaking. Your confidence, your confidence breeds certainty. Because when you're talking like this, you are 100% sure that I cannot talk to you like this and you not end up buying. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you're expected to talk to clients. Please be humble, do what you have to do, but be confident. You can be brave, bold, and humble at the same time. Don't be timid as a realtor. Do not be timid as a realtor. Do not let a client transfer their fear to you. They talk down. That's how you people used to do. That's how you people used to do. But the question is, why are you still on the phone with me? You're on the phone with me because they made you afraid. They made you afraid, they made you aggressive, they scammed you. But you are calling me with your credit. You want to buy real estate, you are calling me with your credit, you are transferring all of that aggression just to tell me that you are afraid, but you are really interested. Because you are not interested, you don't call me and be shouting on me. You let the clients call you, let them shout, let them do what they have to do. But they want to buy. I am telling you and I'm begging you. Anytime any client gives you an objection, ladies and gentlemen, do not see an objection as a wall. See every objection as an opportunity. In fact, when the client tells you, um, gives you an objection, any objection whatsoever, what do you do? In my 3-day sales masterclass, what do I say you should do? In fact, I'll be dancing. Because any client that is giving you objection, that is stressing you, that client wants to buy. That client is an answer or two away from buying. Clarity. Provide clarity. Don't try to persuade. Provide clarity. Once a client knows and understands all there is to know, the client will buy. Don't try to persuade. You are persuading, but with a featherweight facts. When a client tells you no, no is a door to more clarity. If a client says no, that means the client is telling you, I need to understand it more. And another thing, I said in my 3-day sales masterclass, I said, don't chat about sale. Jump on a call. Don't chat about sale. Let me put this in the chat for those that didn't attend that training. And if you need a link to the video, the 3 days sales masterclass, I'll gladly share it. Don't chat about sales. Pick up your phone and call. Don't chat about sales. Jump on a call because the sales is in the voice. The sales is in the voice. Transfer your confidence. Transfer your confidence. It is infectious. Transfer your confidence, your trust in that product. Transfer it to the client. Infect that client. The sales is in the voice. Stop chatting. Novaro Hills, Ido, is located in. No! Kindly confirm I can jump on a quick call with you to shed more light on this product. Get on that call. I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate how you feel. Everybody have been scammed. In fact, it is very, very hard these days to get a credible property. But now let's talk about this particular problem holding you back from real estate. Let's talk about it. It's not something we chat about. Can I jump on a call so that I can shed more light? Because there's a lot of things you need to understand about this. They will want to jump on a call with you. They want to buy, they made an inquiry, but they are telling you the reason they cannot buy. You cannot chat about such a thing. When you walk them through, when you on the phone, when you walk them through, you don't need to beg for trust. They will automatically you will earn their trust. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this product knowledge training have been very, very detailed. If you have questions for me, drop it in the chat section. I will be more than happy. I will be more than happy to shed more light and to answer each and every question of everybody. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So I'm giving room for just few questions, 5 to 10 questions. Then I'm out because I need to join another quick meeting. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Questions, questions, questions. Let your questions come in, please. Please, your questions, your questions, your question. I really need to join another meeting. Q&A. Ask your questions, please. Questions on the product, questions on the company, questions on anything relating to real estate that you want Mr. Property to touch on. Questions, questions, questions. Okay, I don't think we have any question. Thank you so, so very much to all of the realtors who have believed in our product, who are pushing the product, who are doing videos, some are using the videos we've gotten, who are striving their best to push this product. God bless all of you. We really appreciate you. We love you. We love you. We love you so much. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for believing in the product, Novaro Hills. Thank you for supporting the brand Cozy Havens Limited. If you have any question whatsoever, you have any reservation, complaints from clients, please feel free to chat me up personally. Feel free to chat me up personally. Personally, this is my number. Chat me up, clients complaints, for anything whatsoever. I'm more than happy to address the problem or handle the issue. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you for coming.